There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
All concerned are hereby advised that all branches of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 12 noon on Wednesday, 16th January 2022 to facilitate a general staff meeting. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
Good evening and welcome to the news here on MTV for Monday, the 14th of February. In the headlines for Valentine's evening, political climate heats up but no hints as to the election date. Former NDC Senator named party's caretaker for the constituency of St. John. Police investigate first homicide for the year. And in sport, Grenada female footballers to play the Dominican Republic on Wednesday in CONCACAF qualifiers. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you right after the break and right along with the public forecast information. Do stay with us.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from two entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening again. With the details, I'm Tony Julian. Speculation is rife that Grenada's general election just may be called sometime before the end of the year. However, the secretary of the New National Party, or NNP, Roland Bowler, is reminding the public that although elections are constitutionally due in 2023, when they will be called remains the call of the political leader. Donella Hostin begins this evening's news coverage with that story.
Rumors are circulating that Grenada's general election, which is constitutionally due in 2023, may be called much sooner than that. Although election announcements are usually a surprise, many Grenadians believe that they will go to the polls long before year's end. But according to Roland Bola, the only person who can confirm the said date is the political leader of the ruling New National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell.
No, it is anybody's guess. My speculation, your speculation, anyone can speculate. So I won't be able to confirm for you when it will be, because as it is now in Grenada, only the political leader of the ruling party, who is normally the Prime Minister, will decide the date.
Bola used the opportunity to speak about the referendum, which was calling for the people to vote for a fixed election date, but it was voted against. He says had the public voted for this, there would be no need to be guessing now.
This should not be a guessing game for us now, because if you recall, there was a referendum in which the Grenadian public was asked to vote for a fixed date for election. And what that would have meant if we voted yes for that is after an election has been held, you will have to name the date when the next one will be held. So anyone would have been guessing now, yes?
As it stands now, the political climate in Grenada appears to be heating up, with the two main contending political parties putting things in place and gathering their candidates and caretakers. But it remains uncertain as it relates to when Prime Minister Mitchell will say Grenadians will go to the polls. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Former Senator Kieran James has been named as caretaker for the constituency of St. John for the National Democratic Congress NDC. James will contend the New National Party's Alvin Dabrio, who in the last two elections secured his seat, winning by a landslide on both elections. Here once again is Donella Hostin with the details.
Kieran James will now be the caretaker for the constituency of St. John for the National Democratic Congress for the next general elections. James entered into the political arena in 2016 at the age of 18, shortly after she took part in the National Carnival Queen Show, where she secured first runner-up. The young James was at the age of 21 recognized as the youngest sitting senator in the Commonwealth when she served from 2018 to 2020. She resigned after the current leader of the opposition, Tobias Clement, crossed the floor. With James named caretaker, this means she will be contesting against current parliamentary representative Alvin Dabrio, who in the last election won his seat by a landslide against Dr. George Vincent. Dr. Vincent, based on the numbers at the polling stations, did not appear to be a popular choice of the people. James is looking to win the hearts of the people of St. John, as she hails from the small village of Mount Granby. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
One man will make his first court appearance on Tuesday following the brutal killing of a Guyanese national on Saturday in his home at around 5 a.m. According to reports, the deceased, who is in his 70s or was in his 70s, died when he received multiple stab wounds and was dismembered by a man he was close friends with. We have more from Nikita Hostin.
Kelly Daniel, a 27-year-old from Landscraper of Pearl, St. Andrew, has been arrested and charged in connection with the weekend homicide at Pearls. Daniel has been charged with non-capital murder and will appear at the Grenville Magistrate Court on Tuesday, 15th February. According to the RGPF, this is the first homicide in Grenada for 2022. Residents in the community say John Mutron, who moved to Grenada a couple of years ago, and Daniel have been good friends for many years. It is alleged that Daniel attacked Mutron in his house early Sunday morning, chopping him and dismembering his body before putting his body parts in buckets and placing them in a nearby river. The accused is said to be mentally ill, and in recent times there have been reports of incidents where mentally ill people have been violent. On Wednesday, 19th January 2022, police shot and killed a mentally ill man in St. Patrick.
Here is where the threat comes in very often. The threat to harm people come in when they're hearing things they're hearing voices. And a lot of the times, the voices find itself in the hallucinations that they're having or the delusions. So what happens is that they may hear a voice giving them very specific instructions, sometimes instructions to hurt another person. And so that's how they become violent. But generally, schizophrenic and or mentally ill clients or people, they are not generally violent. However, we have history of a few who have become violent.
That was Dr. Augustine Panchu, clinical psychologist speaking on mental health. When asked if individuals should stay away from people who suffer from mental health, Panchu says absolutely not. However, individuals should look out for threats.
Well, yes, there is ample evidence that the person who committed the offense over the weekend is a mentally ill person. I understand that he suffers from a mental health deficit that we refer to as schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a severe incapacitating mental health deficit, and it is marked by several symptoms. Delusions, hallucinations, disorganized thinking, and abnormal behavior.
Panchu spoke about some of the signs to look for in a mentally ill person.
He was seen walking the street with a weapon. And that's one of the signs. You see there are many people who are diagnosed with severe mental health challenges, whether it is schizophrenia, bipolar, or even clinical depression, but they're functioning in society. And that is when their mental health is checked, when it is maybe they're receiving treatment.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
The Royal Grenada Police Force has launched an investigation after the body of a farmer was discovered in the bush in La Digue, St. Andrew on Sunday evening. Rachel Bain visited the community in St. Andrew and has a report.
The body of the man, who is a known farmer, was discovered in the bushes a few feet away from where he normally farms. According to a family member, David Noel, Samuel could have been lying there for about 2 days. The Royal Grenada Police Force, in a release, confirmed the discovery was made on Sunday in La Digue, St. Andrew. Speaking with MTV News, Noel, who was emotional on our arrival, said he was informed of the discovery by another resident, not knowing that it was a member of his family. He said when the doctor arrived on the scene, it was only then he realized.
Yesterday afternoon, well, it was almost night, a guy came by the shop and told me he went to wash his hand and he saw a man lie down there. He seemed like he died. So I ended up calling a police friend of mine, and we came down, 3 of us came down. He said the first guy with 2 of us, and then we realized he was there. But we couldn't make him out because he was lying on his face. So it's after the doctor come and they turn him, then I recognize it's my cousin.
Noel said he's unaware of exactly what transpired with Samuel in the bushes, but what he knows for sure is that he was a hard-working man.
I wouldn't be able to say anything around that nature because I don't know. And one thing for sure, a hard-working farmer and friendly, hard-working and friendly. Never really knew him in any trouble, anything with anybody.
The family member says Noel was not reported as missing because they normally see each other every 3 to 4 days.
Well, no, nobody didn't. I wouldn't really say he was missing because he comes and charges his phone by me in the shop, and he might come maybe every 3 days, sometime every 4 days. If the moon is good, because he loves to plant by the moon. Sometimes he don't come up, and the next 2 days he might tell me, well, look, he was planting in the night. Because he'll use a headlamp and plant. So I won't really know. He comes down in the shop to and buy fried fish on a Friday, but my lady tell me he did not come this Friday. So but I saw him up to maybe about Wednesday. Wednesday was the last time I saw him.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
Residents in Lamode, St. George are calling for assistance in repairing the road in the area. They say since the construction of the estate road that the main road, which they normally use, began deteriorating. They say the drainage is also a challenge. Rachel Bain visited that area and filed a report.
Residents in Lamode Estate want government to assist them as they are challenged when traversing the area, especially when it rains. According to them, almost a year ago, the road was in good condition. However, under the feeder road project, the Ministry of Agriculture sought to develop the estate road higher up. The residents who did not want to appear on camera spoke to MTV about their plight.
And we need proper drainage and proper road in the village, please and thanks.
Why our road mash up? They was doing a project of the road there. They fixed the estate road. And they mash up all the road. So we have no road. The buses don't want to come up here just now. So we asking them please and kindly.
When you hear Rijay was like Kick and Jimmy, you know. I'm telling you, it's not nice. That will give us, give us a little assistance, fix with a little gap.
They break it up, fix it.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Works, they say, realized the situation they are faced with and so sought to put gravel on the affected areas. This, however, according to the residents, is even worse.
Look at Cook Choco down there, they put gravels when it vehicle and skidding, gravels could blind people's eyes. So we calling on the people to give us our road. This is the culvert up there.
And when it block, all the water coming down below my little house, you understand? And this is not fair. Because why them living in London? Are they in water?
Drainage, they say, is also a challenge.
Well, we need proper drainage just as well too. Look, you see water? No proper drainage. Look, now as I dig up there, they dig up there, look at mud. Them boss man doesn't even want to come up here. So we need proper road and drainage in Lamode, St. George's.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
It's been a challenging and busy day indeed for members of the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, as over 300 vehicles lined up for inspection on Dusty Highway. According to Sergeant Ryan Smith, Dusty Highway was made a one-way road due to the amount of vehicles that came out for inspection.
The inspections, which began on the 3rd of January, will end tomorrow, 15th February. Ryan Smith, Sergeant of Police attached to the License and Inspection Center, says people are waiting until last minute to inspect their vehicles, which put a strain on the RGPF. He says additional officers came out to facilitate other vehicles between the period of 8 a.m. to 4 a.m.
When there is a window of 6 weeks, meaning a month and 2 weeks to get the inspection done, but persons are still waiting on the last 2 days and so on to get the inspection done. So we are appealing to the general public to ensure that that doesn't happen from the second period of inspection, which starts from the 16th of February. Also, persons who make the payment online at PAY gov.gd, you can make your payments and collect your license decals or license this at the license center. So you do not have to go to St. George's again to the treasury to make a payment in cash. But you can do so online at pay.gov.gd.
Sergeant Smith says Dusty Highway had to be made to facilitate one-way traffic because of the large number of vehicles that came out to be inspected.
Well, the one-way traffic is for today and tomorrow as well. So tomorrow is the last day for vehicles that carry the plural registration letters, from 1 to 250, and vehicles that carry the single registration letters from 1 to 2,500. All right. So the deadline for inspection is the 15th.
Smith, individuals who are unable to get their vehicles inspected before the deadline can pay to do so after February 15th.
Now, persons who didn't make it to get their vehicle inspected, there is a late fee of $50 that they will have to incur when they had a period of 6 weeks to get their motor vehicle inspected. Added to that, once your vehicle inspected early, if you have to make any adjustment, for instance, you fail for a particular thing, then you have enough time to get it rectified and come back to the inspection center, which wouldn't make you incur a late fee.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Well, that's the first segment of news here for Monday, the 14th of February. We'll be right back with you after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from 2 entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
All concerned are hereby advised that all branches of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 12 noon on Wednesday, 16th January 2022 to facilitate a general staff meeting. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
On Sunday, February 27th, Megaforce Promotions presents the 36th edition of Waggy Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10 US. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy Virtual Bingo and win!
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. Nutrition Council commenced the evaluation of daycare centers throughout the Tri-Island state. That would be to assess children's nutritional status to determine if they're growing well for their respective ages. This is all part of the annual nutritional surveillance program, but let's get more on it from Troy Gill.
The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council commenced its annual daycare survey on Monday and will be visiting over 40 daycare centers throughout Grenada and Carriacou, beginning in St. Andrew, where they will be conducting weight and height measurements to determine the nutritional status and well-being of children from 6 months to 3 years old. Executive Secretary at the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, Lydia Brown, gave an overview of the program and the process by which they will determine the weight and height of the children.
So once a year, the Food and Nutrition Council carries out an assessment of children in daycare centers. It really gives us a gauge as to how our children are functioning from 6 months to 3 years. And by doing that, we're able to actually measure that against children as they grow older. So we're able to see a trend in terms of growth, in terms of underweight, normal weight, or children that may be overweight. We basically measure their weight, their heights, or their lengths for the children who are under 2. We measure them on a length board so that we're able to get an accurate picture of their growth.
Several officers are already out in the field with the aim of capturing the children at an appropriate time, and the cooperation from these centers has been great thus far, Brown says.
The program is commencing today, and we're starting in St. Andrew, and it should go through about March 14th. Noting that a lot of the daycare centers have a lot less children now. And so we're hoping that we're able, usually it's about 2 months, but we're hoping that we're able to get through a little faster in that regard. We're doing about 3 daycares a day because we want to capture the children before they've had lunch.
She also highlighted the importance of the activity, especially as it relates to children who may be suffering from certain health conditions.
It is very important because, during that first 2 years of life, it's really a formative stage, and this is where the children are developing. They're still developing, right? So once they come out from the womb, they're developing, they're growing, and it's very important for us to make sure that their nutrition is important.
According to a release from the council, upon completion of the 1-month program, official reports will be sent to the participating daycare centers, including the Ministry of Social Development, Health, and the Central Statistical Office, and children who are identified as having abnormal nutritional status will receive assistance from the council. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
Senator Christopher Dialli has applauded the government's Empower program, which gives young men an opportunity to change their lives positively and also learn skills that will enhance their livelihoods. According to him, there is a serious problem with the attitude of young males when it comes to working.
Okay. And there seems to be a serious issue with attitude to work, and I keep harping on this. This has been a sing-song of mine for years. But there are a lot of guys who, and guys in particular, will sit on the block, eat, have food every day, they cook every day, and that's not a problem, and are just not interested in working. And even though we say, I laud the program of the Empower program, I think is excellent, but how much of these 400 young men are going to partake or be part of this thing?
Senator Dialli says that there's a constant complaint about productivity on the island, but that there are many other factors that ought to be considered.
We complain about productivity in our islands, but it's really about environment, within which they go to work. And if you go in an environment where the work is planned, as you see, they come back and say you're slave driving. Because they want you to reach on time, they want you to work according to, don't waste time eating and talking. And so it's a real attitudinal issue that we have to work.
During the Monday morning show Perspectives, panelist Byron Campbell also commended the authorities on this program, saying that there are opportunities to be grabbed by young people. Farmers in the Western District received tools and other implements, including cutlasses and fertilizer, from the Ministry of Agriculture. It was as a gesture of appreciation in recognizing their contributions to the agricultural sector.
Minister for Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, Honorable Peter David, along with a technical team from the Ministry of Agriculture, continued the ongoing farmers' consultations in the Western District on Wednesday. Minister David recognized the tenure of farmers daily and said he appreciates and values the contribution of the farmers towards the development of the agricultural sector.
Getting up every morning, I'm sure many of you get up 4, 3, 5 in the morning, come out and work the land in the hot sun to make a living, to take care of yourselves and your family. So, it really reaches me how committed you are. For me, I've only been agriculture minister for around a year, and my eyes, have really been open to what needs to be done and what is not being done.
The minister, along with the team comprising of Chief Agricultural Officer Trevor Thompson, District Supervisor James Mahon, and other officers from the Western District, toured farms in the Mount Dore area, engaging with farmers relating to their contributions, concerns, challenges, and issues with productivity. The minister reassured the farmers of several projects and plans of the ministry this year to assist and alleviate some of the issues they currently face.
The Chief Agricultural Officer and myself, we've been speaking about that. We've acquired some equipment. We have persons who are going to help us to do it. So yes, we'll see what we can do for you. We've taken a note of it.
The delegation also handed over implements to the farmers as a symbol of the appreciation of their contributions to food and nutrition security.
On behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, I want to make a presentation of some fertilizer, some cutlasses, some other implements here that we use for farming, some seeds. Just a small gesture of our appreciation. We hope that you'll use these to help increase your own production. Of course, we'll be giving more help. But this is just to say to you, we know you're here, we know what you're doing, we see what you're doing. You are extremely important to the country. And this is by no means a signal that there's not more to come.
The farmers were very appreciative of the gesture and continue to look forward to assistance from the Ministry of Agriculture. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
That's the second segment of news here on MTV. We'll be back with you after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6.
Even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more. Win more.
Have more fun. With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one. With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do three things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
On Sunday, February 27th, Mega Force Promotions presents the 36th edition of Waggy Team Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo and win!
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Welcome back, and here's a question for you. Are you a lover of pepper sauce? Well, look no further. On this evening's episode of MTV's Business in 3, we hear from a young and upcoming entrepreneur whose nostalgia birthed a business venture.
Welcome to another edition of MTV's Business in 3. I am Donella Hosten. Today we're speaking with Marissa James, a young entrepreneur who's going to tell us about her business, which is making pepper sauces and green seasoning.
My name is Marissa James and I'm from Black Bay St. John's, and I'm happy to speak about my products today, MJ's Hot Sauce. And the company name actually is Island Electable. I currently do hot sauces and I would have launched my new product, Green Seasoning, last week. And that's the two products that I have at the moment. My hot sauces comes in 3 different flavors. That's an original hot sauce, a mango hot sauce, and a roasted veggie hot sauce, and different heat levels as well.
You mentioned the Mango Rush. What's the inspiration behind that?
So in January last year, I just wanted to do something different from the original hot sauce, and mango came to mind. And it took me 3 months to come up with that recipe in my head, and I was actually passing by one day and I felt like some of the fruits in Grenada is actually wasting, and I saw a lot of mangoes just wasting by the roadside, different areas, and I just wanted to be able to use a fruit that's going to waste and put it into good use. So that was really my inspiration behind using the mango. So what made me get into this? I used to do it with my grandmother as a teenager, and you know, the older folks, she was practically scared of using the blender. So I was the one who would put all the ingredients in it for her. And I remembered everything that she did. And about 2 years ago, I saw some hot peppers. It brought back some memories. And I decided to give it a shot. So I started making it. I was just giving it away to friends and family members for almost a year before I started selling the product. And when I started selling it, that was it from there. So my pepper sauce stands out because of its unique flavor, and that's something that I always would make mention of. So normally if I buy food, I was the type of person that would use a lot of pepper sauce. From my college days, my friends, everybody is aware of that. I love hot sauce. So when I made hot sauce, I wanted it to be different in terms of what it does to your food.
What would you say is your best-selling sauce?
Out of all 3, the best seller is actually the mango. It's different, and that's what persons like about it. So I'm actually at the farmers market at the Kirani James Stadium every single Saturday. Just look for, I wear my t-shirt, or look for an orange t-shirt, a table with an orange cloth. I'm there every Saturday from 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's available at Marketing Board in Young Street. You can get it Marketing Board in Carriacou, Marketing Board in Grand Anse, and you can also get it at Groceries Aras, that's on St. Francis Street in Guelph.
And that's it for this week's edition of MTV's Business in 3. I am Donella Hosten.
Time now for news from across the region.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. The Ministry of National Security has repatriated 35 of the 39 Venezuelans who came to Trinidad and Tobago on Saturday on a vessel involved in an incident that resulted in the death of a baby. However, attorneys representing the Venezuelan migrants are demanding to know why the ministry deported witnesses in the investigation into the toddler's death. The ministry said in a statement that, in keeping with the established protocols between the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard and its Venezuelan counterparts, a repatriation exercise was completed at the border between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela yesterday. However, attorney Christian J. Williams of Christian J. Williams and Company told Guardian Media that he wanted to know whether the investigation announced in Parliament had been concluded and what information could be given to justify their return if the investigation was concluded. He added if the investigation was concluded, it should be made public. Williams said when they spoke to the clients Thursday, they were being interviewed by Coast Guard officials. He said they also know that they were not interviewed by members of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The government of Guyana, through the Ministry of National Resources, has welcomed the announcement by ExxonMobil on the commencement of production at Guyana's second offshore development from the Liza Unity vessel. The operation of the Liza Unity floating, production, storage and offloading FPSO vessel will realise its target of 220,000 barrels of oil per day later this year, which will bring Guyana's production capacity to more than 340,000 barrels per day, which includes the more than 120,000 barrels per day capacity at the Liza Destiny FPSO. National Resources Minister Vikram Bharat said the government of Guyana and citizens welcome the operation of this new FPSO to sustainably extract and manage the country's oil and gas resources, which will further enhance earnings from this sector to drive Guyana's infrastructural development and improve the delivery of services to all citizens. Further afield, as a 6-day-old blockade of North America's busiest trade corridor ended on Sunday, Canadians voiced questions on policing tactics used to quell the demonstrations in the border city of Windsor and in Ottawa, where the protests entered a third week. The Freedom Convoy protests, started by Canadian truckers opposing a vaccine or quarantine mandate for cross-border drivers, have turned into a rallying point for people opposing the policies of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government, covering everything from the pandemic restrictions to a carbon tax. Meanwhile, a social media outcry has been triggered by images of police mingling with a sea of protesters in Ottawa, helping some put a fallen tent back up, and one video showing an Ontario provincial police officer telling demonstrators, "I support you guys 100%. The police department said the officer's comments were not in line with the OPP's values and they were investigating. At least 2 members of Canada's Special Operation Forces are also under investigation for allegedly supporting the protests, the military said. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
And this is the MTV Evening News. We'll be back with you after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Ariza. Ariza is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
There is something new to the classic Wester Hall rum look. Wester Hall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Dear customer, please help us limit the potential impact of COVID-19. If you have cold, flu, or COVID-19 symptoms, please postpone your visit to Grenlec. We recommend using online banking to make payments, available through Co-op Bank, Republic Bank, and FCIB. You can also use check drop boxes at each of our locations. For bill balances and other information, call 237. For additional support, email customersupport@grenlec.com.
Spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Grenada female footballers to play the Dominican Republic on Wednesday in the CONCACAF qualifiers. We'll have details to that and other stories for you coming up in our sporting highlights.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Welcome back. A special evening to you sporting fans. Let's turn you over to Rachel Bain for your highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans.
The senior national women's football team left Grenada on Sunday and have landed in the Dominican Republic. They are now preparing for their first CONCACAF women's qualifiers match against the Dominican Republic on Wednesday, February 16th. The Grenada Football Association announced the final squad last week. They are Shania Johnson, Ruth Lewis, Crystal Julian, Shanika Fleming, Sharonda Eve Charles, Keldonna Jeffrey, Karina Noel, Rachel Noel, Tessia Jones, Tirana Williams, Ronelia Bob, Kim Fletcher, Judy McIntosh, Amelia Bob, Shanika Phillip, Rikisha Scott, Connie John, Monique George, Malia Ramdani, Ronisha Frank, Abigail Aduwanmi, and Malia Fullerton. 30 CONCACAF member associations will participate in the qualifiers. Grenada has been placed in Group C with Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Bermuda, and the Cayman Islands. After group stage play, where each nation will play 2 matches at home and 2 matches away, the top finisher in each of the groups will advance to the CONCACAF Women's Championship, joining the top 2 ranked CONCACAF nations, USA and Canada, who have received a bye straight to the Women's Championship, which takes place in July of 2022. The CONCACAF Women's Championship will determine the 4 teams that will advance to the 2023 World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Grenada plays Jamaica at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Sunday, 20th February from 5 p.m. We wish Team Grenada the very best. Guyana Happy Eagles have gotten their regional 4-day campaign off to a winning start after a tense 1-wicket victory over Windward Islands Volcanoes at the Queen's Park Oval, Trinidad on Saturday. Set 203 for victory, Eagles were cruising at 89 without loss, compliments of a fluent 67 fours, 2 sixes from 72 balls from Chandapal Hemraj and Tajanarine Chandapal 28. Off spinner Kenneth Dember, 5-for-80, was the architect of a collapse as Eagles slipped to 140 for 6, then 183 for 9. The season Versami Parmol, who took 5-for-53 to set up the match for the Eagles, had to play a steady hand with an unbeaten knock of 20, which got the Eagles to the target in the final moments of the day's play. Vishal Singh, 24, back up his first innings, 9-3, while Leon Johnson, 21, and Clinton Pestano, 20, also made handy contributions. Volcano, who resumed the day, 157 for 7, were bowled out for 190 as Larry Edward moved from 29 to 43, Kimo Paul, 2-for-30, and Pestano, 2-for-35, were also among the wickets. Eagles will now face Leeward Islands Hurricanes from Wednesday at the Oval. Cricket West Indies has congratulated the West Indies players chosen in the auction of the Indian Premier League, which was conducted in Bengaluru on Saturday and Sunday. From the large pool of available players, 14 West Indians were chosen to join Kieron Pollard, Sunil Narain, and Andre Russell, who were retained by their respective franchises ahead of the auction. The price paid for the West Indies players is almost $11 million. The 17 West Indians make up the largest number of the foreign players in the IPL from any territory outside of India. The West Indians chosen in the auction were Dwayne Bravo, Nicholas Puran, Jason Holder, Shimron Hetmeyer, Romario Shepherd, Odian Smith, Rovman Powell, Dominic Drakes, Alzari Joseph, Shafane Rutherford, Fabian Allen, Obed McCoy, Evan Lewis, and Kyle Mayers. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
Thank you, Rachel. And viewers, we have the public forecast information coming up for you. And then there'll be a recap of the top stories all right after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good evening to you viewers with the Monday night's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Sunny conditions throughout most of the Eastern Caribbean today, apart from a small area of cloudiness from St. Vincent through to Dominica. It brought a few scattered showers there, but the remainder of the Eastern Caribbean enjoyed lots of sunny skies. The big news at the moment, a huge plume of Saharan dust is heading our way. It should begin impacting the islands from tonight, so when you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be hazy conditions. Those who experience respiratory issues from this haze should begin to take precaution. Right now, however, apart from the dust and no other major features, a small area of low-level clouds here, some moisture in it could bring some localized sprinkles if it moves into our area, but upper-level winds are not favorable, more or less breaking it up at the moment. The forecast for Monday night is for mostly clear conditions, just a few localized sprinkles. The winds will drop off a bit. They would come in from the northeast between 8 and 18 miles per hour, minimum temperature around 24. The moon is up. It rose at 4:40 this afternoon. It's going to set at 5:46 tomorrow morning. Lots of moonlight to enjoy. Generally fair, windy, and of course very hazy conditions are in the forecast for Tuesday. Winds would be northeasterly between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Just about a 30% chance of the odd early morning pre-dawn shower. Seas will be choppy with 5 to 7 foot waves, while the sun is going to rise at 6:28 and set at 6:13. Another hot day, 34, will feel more like 38. Lots of sunshine in Port of Spain. The haze will also affect them there with gusty winds. Bridgetown also hazy. Some morning showers are likely. Fair conditions after. In Kingston, the showers will roll in the afternoon. Cloudy. In Miami, New York, sunny. Again, getting cooler. A high of 2 is expected. A low of -3. It's going to be rainy in London. Here too, fair and hazy conditions through the next 7 days. Generally fair conditions on Wednesday and Thursday. Possible slight increase in cloudiness by Friday and Saturday. From Sunday onwards, more sunny, hazy, and windy conditions. That's it for me for Monday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me on Tuesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And before we end, a reminder to tune in to Rise and Shine with Austin Crosby on Tuesday. That'll be from 7:35 in the morning. And now, a recap of the headlines. Secretary of the New National Party, or NNP, unable to confirm if elections will be called before the end of the year. Police investigating the first homicide for 2022. Former NDC Senator named party's caretaker for the constituency of St. John. And in sport, a Grenada female footballer team to play the Dominican Republic on Wednesday in the CONCACAF qualifiers. On behalf of the News and Production Departments, I'm Tony Julian. We thank you so very much for viewing. Do continue to enjoy Valentine's 2022. Have a good night indeed.
I take the vaccine and I could feel a sense of freedom. I just have to continue the right COVID protocols and I'm ready for life. You telling me you're afraid of what they're putting into you? Some of you have metal filling in all your mouth for over 30 years and nothing can change, or they're still ugly. You worried about a vaccine that could save your life if you catch COVID? All that food with them chemicals and hormones all you eating every day. All you know what going in on your body? And you worried about a vaccine that could protect your children and your family? All you're joking, man. The amount of vaccine we take when we were children, and look at us today, 30, 40, 50 years later. And you're telling me you don't want to take a vaccine to protect your friends, your community, and your country, and get life back to normal in this pandemic? Nah, man. All you're joking. Think about it, my fellow Grenadians, Carriacouans, and Petit Martiniquans. Really think about it.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Monday, February 14th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this draw is conducted in a fair, accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, if your ticket's ready, it's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First number this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 1, second number is 9, third and final number is 4. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 1, the second, 9, third and final is 4. So that's 1, 9, and 4. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get a daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 Evening Draw for today, Monday, February 14th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner. With the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. At this time, your tickets at hand. It's Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First number this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 4, second number is 1, third number is 7, fourth and final number is 2. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. First number is 4, the second 1, third 7, fourth and final is 2. So that's 4, 1, 7, and 2.
Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get your play with you up next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway Evening Draw for today, Monday, February 14th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams, win your way. Good luck. This evening's winning Playway number is, check your tickets. This evening's winning Playway number is 34. Let's recap the number, 3434. 34 represents dream symbol Mako. Congratulations all the winners of this evening's Playway draw. Tune in later on for the Lotto draw. This evening we're playing for a jackpot of $88,000. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
A pleasant evening to everyone. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3324 for today, Monday, February 14th, 2022. I am Nisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. This time you should have tickets at hand because you're about to play for a jackpot of $88,000. But first, your free ticket letter. Good luck. This evening's free ticket letter is K as in key. Let's proceed for 5 winning numbers. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 26, second number. Second number is 15, third number up. Third number is 21, followed by 27, fifth and final number. Final number is 24. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number up is 26, the second 15, third 21, followed by 27, fifth and final is 24. So that's 26, 26, 1515, 2121, 2727 and 2424. Your free-ticket letter for this evening is K as in key. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Lotto draw. Lotto, play and win a lot. Remember to play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, support sports, culture and the nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Rita Maxime, also known as Tanti Rita of Mardi Gras, who resided at Woodland St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 26th January, at the age of 98. She was the mother of Caroline Batson and son-in-law of Uriah Batson in the UK, Joseph Buckmeyer, and daughter-in-law of Carol Buckmeyer in the USA, Rani Maxime and son-in-law of Marlon Padmore in the USA, grandmother of Alicia, Samuel, Marlin, Rodney, Ali, Jennifer, Kathy, and Gandhi, great-grandmother of Letitia, Michael, Francesca, Jelani, Kai, Anaya, Serene, James, Michael, Olivia, Dominic, and Darren Jr., great-great-grandmother of Sophia and Hezekiah, caregivers Ganetta, Joyce, and Diana. Many other relatives and friends including Joey and the Garage Boys, Sheila Noel, Greta James, Tiny, neighbor Celestine, Anne Hudson, Yvonne Granger, Mrs. Clark and family, Sandy and family, the Lalji and St. Clair families, Pascal and family, Bobby and Anne-Marie Smith, and godchildren, friends and neighbors of St. Paul's and Woodlands. The funeral of the late Rita Maxime, also known as Tanti Rita of Mardi Gras, who resided at Woodland St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Beverly St. Paul of Greystone, Belmont, St. George, former matron of the General Hospital, passed away on Monday, 24th January 2022 at the age of 80. She was the wife of Franklin St. Paul, mother of Jan St. Paul, mother-in-law of Michelle St. Paul, grandmother of Chelsea St. Paul, sister of Sonia and Annette, sister-in-law of Grace, Lorna, Yvonne, Lyle, and Charles, honorary mother to Abigail and Lucille, aunt of many. Several nieces and nephews, other cousins, relatives, and close friends, including the Neckers, Lacroix and Williams families, and friends and neighbors of Greystone, Belmont, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Beverly St. Paul of Greystone, Belmont, St. George will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Raleigh Williams, also known as Raleigh St. Bernard, Cox or Papa Orchin of Woodland St. George, died on Friday 28th January 2022 at the age of 85. Left to mourn his wife Ethelyn Aline, children Leroy Anthony in the USA, Agnes Anthony, Joycelyn Aline, Eastlyn Aline, Maudlin Aline, Monica Aline, and Loslyn Clement. Daughter-in-law Jessie Anthony in the USA. Son-in-law Trevor Edwards. Many grand and great-grandchildren. Many nieces and nephews. Many other relatives and friends, including the St. Bernard, Coutane, and Roberts families of Woodlands, the St. Bernard family of Marianne, the Pascal family of Woburn, the Bell family of Woburn, Ingrid and family, the Worm family of Mongeloo, Jeffrey and family, and the Woburn fishermen. The funeral service and interment of the late Raleigh Williams, also known as Raleigh St. Bernard, Cox, or Papa Orchin of Woodland St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Curtis Douglas, also known as South, Trini, and Douglas of Woodland St. George, died on Thursday, 3rd February 2022 at the age of 57. Left to mourn his wife Veronica Douglas, mother Rosie Douglas in Trinidad and Tobago, children Carlin Douglas in Grenada, Antonio Nero Douglas, Jerome Douglas, and Carlton Douglas in Trinidad, siblings Frank, Anthony, Reynold, Hilton, Kurt, Joyce, Emrys, and Cheryl Douglas, all in Trinidad. In-laws Anne, Alston, Gilbert, Michael, Lisa Nero, and Gwendolyn Nero Thomas. Grandchild Kalia Jack in Trinidad. 23 nieces and nephews in Trinidad. Close friends, workers of Douglas Cleaning Service and Auto Care Service, Sheldon Thomas, Cyrus Griffith and family, the Sandvex family, the staff of Brenlick, the Andrews family, Ray Roberts and family, Gabriel Rentals, Barry's Engineering Company Limited, the staff of Real Value, Grace Lutheran, I Am Jet Center, and GTM Insurance, and neighbors of Woodlands and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Curtis Douglas, also known as South, Trini, and Douglas of Woodland St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, former operations manager of Shell British Virgin Islands and past employee of Soul Group BVI, passed away on Saturday, January 8, 2022, at the age of 74. Left to mourn are his wife Sonia Palmer Sylvester, children Adolphus Sylvester Jr. and Rhonda Walcott, stepchildren Suzette Palmer Davies residing in the USA, and Jassy Palmer in Tortola, adopted child Marisa Palmer, one granddaughter, sisters and brother Sylvia, Jean, Vanetta, and Cuthbert, aunt Lyris Hunt, nieces and nephews including Milton, Sharon, Wendonna, Neil, Claudius, Selwyn, Sarana, Ngozi, Erlin, Franca, Indra, other nieces and nephews in Grenada, Canada, and Trinidad, sisters-in-law Barbara Sylvester and Keisha Noel Charles. Other relatives, in-laws, and friends, including the Hunt and Sylvester families of Laborie, St. Paul's, and surrounding areas, Wayne, Oliver, and Barry Palmer in Tortola, Stephen Palmer in the USA, Michael, Richard, Ricky, and Junior Palmer in the UK, Gloria Palmer and family of Boca, Jean Palmer and family of Fontenoy, Joe Palmer and family of Mount Parnassus, Peter Clark, Ben Gittins, Dr. Francis Alexis, George Martin and family, the management and staff of Soul Group, BVI, and the Caribbean, many other relatives, in-laws, grandchildren, adopted children, too numerous to mention, and friends and neighbors in Tortola, Canada, Grenada, Trinidad, Barbados, Anguilla, and throughout the Caribbean. The funeral service for the late Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Leantin Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, passed away on Saturday 29th January 2022 at the age of 92. She was the mother of Gabriel and Japhet Samuel, Leslie, Ashley, Raymond and Brenda Aberdeen, stepmother of Anne Lalji, grandmother of 25 including Delian Albert, Loxley Williams, Shanae Aberdeen, Stephlin, Aaliyah, Abigail, Ziggy, Lindonis Tanisclaus, and Gillian Bowler. Great-grandmother of 42, great-great-grandmother of 6, mother-in-law of Grathel Stephen, aunt of many including Rudolph and Lennox Thorne, Teresa Joseph, Eulyn Henry, Rayanne and Alistair Charles and Mycena, cousin of Leroy and Lenuit Jones and Manita. Many other relatives and friends in Grenada including Stephen Jones, Needley Charles, the Stevens and Evans families, Princess, Bernice, Jocelyn, Benjamin, Toba, members of the Lapo Tree Seventh-day Adventist Church, and friends and neighbors of Pearls, Moya, and Paradise St. Andrew. The funeral service for the late Leantin Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, will take place in Canada. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Friday 28th January 2022 at the age of 93. He was the father of Patsy Crawford, Peter, Reverend Philip Chase, Cephas, Richard, Errol, Veronica and Johnson, both residing in Canada, David and Rebecca Chase John, both residing in the USA, brother of Alberta Charles and Michael Chase, both residing in Trinidad, grandfather of 23, great-grandfather of 20, great-great-grandfather of 4, brother-in-law of Mary Williams and Phyllis Chase, father-in-law of Earl Crawford, Cecilia, Sandra, Sally Ann, and Melissa, many nieces and nephews. Other relatives and friends including Rosalind and Jennifer Williams, Joanna Chase, the Simpson, Worrell, and Chase families residing in Trinidad, the Daniel family of Vendham, the LeBarry family of Beaulieu, the Chase family of Grandance, Victoria, Bylands, and in Carriacou, the John and Frederick families of Bellevue and Montrose, the Johnson family of Willis, the Patrick family of Grandball, Reverend and Sister Aline, members of the Latter Rain Revival Pentecostal Church of Tempe, including Brother and Sister Murray, members of the Grenada Seamen and Waterfront Workers Union, members of the Grenada Ports Authority, Superintendent of Police Esau Pear of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Sergeant Anthony Pear of the Grenada Coast Guard, Dr. Roxanne Ned and family, the doctors and nurses of the Snug Corner Medical Station and the General Hospital, including Dr. Charles, Dr. Migwen, and Dr. Noel, and friends and neighbors of Beaulieu, Willis, and New Hampshire, including the Telesford, Murrell, and Phillip families. The funeral service and interment of the late Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Beaulieu St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Anthony Laguerre of La Fortune, who resided at Cooper's Hill and H.A. Blair Street, St. George's, an employee of George F. Huggins and assistant jeweler at Laguerre's Jewelry, passed away on Monday 17th January 2022 at the age of 61. Left to mourn are his children Anthony John, Dorian Thomas, also known as Domain, Sophia Skeet, Kevin Campbell, and Cameron Filbert. Brothers Livingston Laguerre, Matthew Barry and Donald Mitchell in the USA, Winston Mitchell and Eris Mitchell. Aunt Irene Charles in the USA. Grandchildren Jared and Ethan Skeet, Deanna Entwine, Anton Lawrence, and Caden Filbert. Sisters-in-law Camille Francis, Denise Mitchell, and Emma Barry. Many nieces and nephews including Anthony, Antonio, Evelyn, Rosalind, Donnellan and Charlene Barry, Kendon Clement, Toria George, Cordell and Cameru Francis, Anon, Andon, Donna and Marsha Mitchell, and Denon Lessie. Other relatives and friends including Jason Lessie, Kanisha Rennie, Donnellan Francis, the Laguerre families of St. Andrew and St. David, the Charles and Beggs families in the USA, the Robertson, Brown, Scott and Andrews families of Satez, the Skeet family of Coopers Hill in Canada, Trinidad and the USA, the management and staff of George F. Huggins, staff of the Oncology Ward at the General Hospital, the guys by Roach's Bar in the Market Square, and Lynnett's Bar at Lucas Street, and neighbours of Coopers Hill, H.A. Blair Street, the Carenage, the Villa and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Anthony Laguerre of La Fortune, who resided at Coopers Hill and at H.A. Blair Street, St. George's, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Peter John Joseph, also known as Spirit of Belmont Carriacou, who resided in the USA, passed away on Saturday 15th January 2022 at the age of 56. He was the son of Evina Waldron in Tobago and Alban Lambert in the United Kingdom, husband of Loretta Joseph, father of Akani, John Jr. and Christopher, brother of Agnes Joseph, also known as Dindin, Nadine, Joan, Prudence, Erlin, Keone, Samantha, Wayne, Kevin, Roger, Alan and Ashton, brother-in-law of 3, son-in-law of Frank and Rose, uncle of many, nephew of Jermaine Joseph in the USA, close cousin of many including Janice Joseph, Nimrod John, Ken Alexander and Mr. B. Many other relatives and friends including the Joseph, Lambert, John and Cajo families in Carriacou, England, Trinidad and the USA. The funeral of the late Peter John Joseph, also known as Spirit of Belmont Carriacou, who resided in the USA, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Emery Anthony Frederick, also known as Brigo, of Grand Bacalet, who resided at Café Crochu St. Andrew, passed away on Friday 4th February 2022 at the age of 91. He was the father of Annette Mayo, grandfather of Grace Jordan, Kelly Caliste, Molly Caliste and their families, uncle of Jocelyn Robertson, Venita Braffett, Venice Peters, Vera Peters and their families, and the Lalsey family of Grand Bacalet, stepfather of Agnes James and Denise George, stepfather-in-law of Catherine Alexander, step-grandfather of Merrill Telesford, Beverly Pursue, Marcel, Chanel, Ellen, Ishmael, Kent and Antonia. Many other relatives and friends including the Panchu family of Tivoli and Mirabeau, the Mason family, Leon Bola, and friends and neighbors of Café, Crochu, Grand Bacalet, Kuma and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Emery Anthony Frederick, also known as who resided at Café Crochu St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Felix, also known as Tony of Harvard Village St. Andrew, past teacher of St. Mary's RC, retired principal of Tivoli RC, extraordinary minister of the Eucharist, Cursolista and founding member of the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, passed away on Thursday 13th January 2022 at the age of 71. He was the husband of Agnes Felix, father of Randy in England, Leron in Texas, and Rodon in Grenada, grandfather of Shamar, Lamari, and Cadence, brother of Joycelyn Pear, Margaret James in Grenada, Dr. Edwin Felix in Texas, Maria Felix Julian, Yvette Felix, Agnes Sturdevan, and Sarah Felix Turler in Canada, father-in-law of Nadia Noel, Mariev, and Nisha Marast, uncle of many including Coffee, Dylan, Shakira, Rosie, Nixon, Melissa, and Samantha, grand and great-grandfather of many, brother-in-law of Bernard Shaka James, Victor Pear, Jude Manwaring, Stephen, Rudy, and Scylla Felix and Rita Marast, Many other relatives and friends, including Daphne Benjamin, Father Leroy Hopkin, Dr. Earlene Thomas, Roald Courtney, Glennis Hall, Weston Aline, Joseph Noel, the Benjamin, Peters, Felix, and Gill families, and friends and neighbours of Harford's village and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Anthony Felix, also known as Tony, of Harford Village St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Teresa Cynthia Andrews, also known as Cynthia Andrews, or Miss Cynthia, of Thebaid St. David, passed away on Tuesday, 8th February 2022, at the age of 88. Left to mourn are her children Diane, Derek, Carol, and Denzel, siblings Lester James, Mary James Peterson in the USA, and Anne Ogilvy, mother-in-law of Wallace, Magna, and Delia, sister-in-law of Daphne and Eugene, brothers-in-law Lennox and Walter, grandmother of 17, great-grandmother of 16, aunt of many. Many other relatives and friends, including Rita Thomas and family, Doreen and Francis Bain, Eliza Murray and family, Anne Noel and family, Jacinta Reuben and family, the James family of Mount Annan, the Andrews family, the Rayburn and Ferguson families of Sans-Souci, the Purcell family in New York, the Lett family, Sheila Telesford and family, the George, Francis, and Livingston families of Thebaid, and neighbours and friends of Thebaid, St. David, and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Teresa Cynthia Andrews, also known as Cynthia Andrews or Miss Cynthia, of Thebaid St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Anthony McQueen, also known as Drix, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in Shepherd's Bush, London, passed away on Tuesday, 1st February 2022. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony McQueen, also known as Drix, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in Shepherd's Bush, London, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Ursula Antoine née Sandy, of Happy Hill St. George, member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, former principal of the St. George's Anglican Senior School, and Most Outstanding Educator Awardee 2014, transitioned to glory on Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, at the age of 75. The funeral arrangements for the late Ursula Antoine née Sandy, of Happy Hill St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Thomas Newton, also known as Lack, of Lassages St. David, passed away on Monday, 14th February 2022, at the age of 77. The funeral arrangements for the late Thomas Newton, also known as Lack, of Lassages St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Edward Williams, also known as App and Quash, of St. Paul's, St. George, passed away on Sunday, 13th February 2022, at the age of 80. The funeral arrangements for the late Edward Williams, also known as App and Quash, of St. Paul's, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Glenda Catherine Samuel Church, of Loretto Grove, St. John, an employee of the Supreme Court Registry, died on Tuesday, 1st February 2022, at the age of 53. The funeral arrangements for the late Glenda Catherine Samuel Church, of Loretto Grove, St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Delbert Bowler of Duquesne St. Mark passed away on Friday, 4th February 2022, at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Delbert Bowler of Duquesne St. Mark will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Cecilia Roberts Thomas, also known as Mother James and Miss Cecile, of Boca St. George, who resided at Beaulieu and in the USA, transitioned in the USA on Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022, at the age of 101. The funeral arrangements for the late Cecilia Roberts Thomas, also known as Mother James and Miss Cecile of Boca St. George, who resided at Beaulieu and in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Annie Joyce Duncan of Old Wester Hall, St. George, passed away on Tuesday, 8th February 2022, at the age of 88. The funeral arrangements for the late Annie Joyce Duncan of Old Wester Hall, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Rupert Anthony Stafford passed away on Saturday, 22nd January 2022 in New York, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Rupert Anthony Stafford will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Jervis Stedman Julian, also known as Papa Yo, of Woodford St. John, passed away on Tuesday, 1st February 2022, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Jervis Stedman Julian, also known as Papa Yo of Woodford St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, passed away on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, passed away on Thursday, 27th January 2022, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish of the Bocas St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, passed away on Saturday, 29th January at the age of 72. The funeral of the late Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River, Guelph St. John, passed away on Thursday, January 20th, 2022, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River, Guelph St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name is Bishop Daniel Moe, the Bishop of Jerusalem Spiritual Baptist Church. Jesus is quoting that if you believe in him, you shall live again. Those of you who have lost your loved ones, my special sympathy to you. God was declared, as Jesus spoke to Martha and Mary in the 11th chapter of St. John, quote from the 23rd verse. Jesus said unto her, thy brother shall rise again. You go further down into the 25th verse, stating that Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Those of you who lost your loved ones, you can put your trust in Jesus Christ. Because he tells us in St. John 14 chapter, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. So death is not the end of your loved ones. But remember, there is a time coming when God will raise the dead back to life. As he did to Lazarus that same time when he raised him from the grave. And I want to tell you today, put your trust in Jesus Christ. One day you're going to see your loved one. That is not the end of anyone. As you view this program here today, you can put your trust in Jesus Christ, because the Bible tells us, seek ye first his kingdom, and everything else shall be added. And I want you to put your trust in Jesus Christ, because with him all things are possible. And the Lord Jesus Christ said in his word that he's coming back again to receive all those unto him. So if you put your trust in the Lord, all things are possible. So my sympathy to you all. I know you'll cry because you have lost someone. But we know that if someone dies, you'll have pain, you'll have sorrow. But your grief, I know that the Lord, one day the Lord will give you peace in your life. Just put your trust in him and he will give you peace in your life. Just say a short word of prayer with you right now. Say, Lord Jesus, at this time, will you comfort me at this time? I'm in sorrow. My heart is in pain. I have lost someone. Will you comfort me? Say, Lord Jesus, have mercy upon me. Strengthen me. Give me your grace. In this time of trials and transition, to be able to persevere and to be able to hold and to stand up. In this time of trials and transition, all this blessing I ask in Jesus' name. Amen. And to you, I lost your loved one, I pray that God will give you speed recovery and give you the ability to continue to trust him, because we know death is not the end of your loved one. She or he shall rise again. So just trust him and may God bless you with these few words.